Delphinos.
Yeah, there's certain situations where if you do ban that, he's going to take you to the larger stages like Dreamland or Delphinos, which is very popular. But in this certain scenario, especially with Mewtwo, you can live a lot longer and work off certain or large blast zones, high ceiling, and these platforms. So one of the big things, especially now that Snake is off stage, you really, really have to make sure that you can stuff him out in the air, especially when he wants to opt out for Cypher or anything like a pressure from above, basically. Ooh, so gonna get off in the top, and it looks like he's doing just that. 148% gonna be sent right down. Ooh, gonna get the grab. Gonna try to kill off the top, but no stick.
Just at 100, not able to kill that early.
Yeah, and you have to be very, very confident in your play. I mean, I'm quite sure Fuzz learned a lot, especially since he played against Flip at Bigger Bulk. Ooh, very smart to charge the Shadow Ball because it wavers up and down. Probably going to take out the sensor of the down smash, but it looks like Azer's reset it.
Gets the sleep into the fair.
Yeah. Very, very good conversion just to keep Fuzz on his toes. Gonna bring it back, though.
Gives Azer a little bit time to get that down smash off on the respawn.
Yeah, and it looks like Mewtwo's tech roll not that strong. He comes up quite slowly, and it's pretty telegraphed. So definitely going to work off that, especially if Azer wants a good game plan on building up percent. He probably wants to opt for the down throw.
Oh, very late on that down B. I think he just wanted to clear it, to be honest. Like, he's got to get Mewtwo away and then clear it so that he has the option to place another down B.
Yeah, definitely making sense. Yeah, see how telegraphed that is, just to see him get right up. Great hover nair just to make sure that he's right outside of that trank range. One of the big things that we saw, especially against Fuzz versus Switch, making sure that he can hover above or just at the level that the laser's on, so he can eat it up with his feet with nair, making sure that he wouldn't be able to get really big conversions. Azer trying to recover high, and this is relatively even. Ooh.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And one of the biggest things, especially if he's going to start camping platforms, is that you want to make sure that you're not directly below Snake, especially since he can just keep dropping sticks or even just Z-drop grenades if he was able to set them up. Yeah. Trying to create that giant wall of Cypher.
Ooh, gets thrown into his own bomb. Luckily, he doesn't get that much percent.
Yeah.
And I can sort of see this matchup being a little bit weird, as both characters tend to kill off the top, like for their primary kill options. So I don't know who's going to be benefiting more.
Wow, that was so smart. Just making sure that he could hover and then auto cancel on platform into grab, something that you have to be really aware of. Just because he doesn't really have to invest, he can just stay in that area and throw Azer. Yeah, he can throw Azer framed moves just to keep you off, so you somewhat have to respect his space. But when you do, he can just make sure come up and grab you.
So this is pretty dangerous. Mewtwo has a stick on him, which means as soon as he gets into the air, he's dead.
Yeah, and he can just work off, I've said it many times before, just work off the down air, especially that third hit. And one of the things that we've been seeing Azer work off of super recently, something I didn't see from him early on. Yeah, and then he goes, still getting off.
Oh, wow. That float just triggered the bomb, like the radius, but he wasn't in the actual blast. That was amazing.
Yeah, he's staying super aware, and he has to know these hitboxes, because if not, I mean, if you don't know Snake, you're probably going to get smothered out and just die. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why people are die to Snake most often, is just being super unfamiliar.
Oh yeah, if you've never played a Snake before, shields are not as safe as like other characters, because he can sticky your shield, and it still counts as a sticky on you.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying, instead of grabbing you now, I'm going to secure a kill later.
Yeah, most definitely. The thing is, though, is Fuzz isn't, or Azer has this opinion, and I do agree with it, is that one of the best ways to beat Snake is either you have to full-on be hyper aggressive or hyper lame. So you have to either outcamp Snake or you have to just beat him to the punch fully, and your punish game has to be on point. We're not really seeing that from Fuzz. He always is putting himself in positional advantage, and he's keeping that awareness, especially where you see where he's going to float, where Azer has platform. The thing is that it's that time that he's floating is allowing Azer to be put in, and build up his pillow fort, per se, is because he's allowed to set down mines, hold a grenade, make sure that anything incoming from Mewtwo can just be ignored. Yeah, and he's going way too low. Azer looking extremely disappointed.
Yeah, I think this stage is a really smart pick for Fuzz.
Yeah, I do as well. You're creating less room. There's no platforms that he can really camp off of. Exactly what we saw from Delfino's, and these tight corners is really going to make sure that Azer has positional advantage, making sure that he doesn't get hit by these mines.
Considering like Mewtwo's tail now covers up like what, a fourth of this stage.
Yeah, what it seems like, most definitely.
Like now, so Fuzz is gonna have a harder time killing off the top, but he wasn't killing off the top in the first place. Like Snake was.
Footstool down air, but no further conversion, thinking that Azer was gonna fall a lot faster. Ooh, respecting it, but releasing. Looks like he was actually got shield poked by that down tilt.
Oh, Azer gets hit into his own bomb. This is pretty bad.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you really have to watch out for, because Azer was putting himself in a pretty risky situation, not recognizing Mewtwo's threat range. So he just got the hover down air and then got hit for it. Yeah, Azer not really knowing how to deal with this Mewtwo float, it seems.
Ooh, tries to got the bomb on him.
Ooh, okay. Going for what I think is an invincible ledge dash from Mewtwo, getting back on stage, getting center. Oh.
Knows that back air kills, uses the time to reload.
Yeah. I mean, either way, being knocked down so far, especially at that higher percent, you could have just reloaded either way and it still wouldn't have been a risk.
That's true.
Ooh.
That was actually pretty smart, down airing someone above him, and then like there's also a grenade below him.
Yeah.
And then there's a mine to the right of them. Oh my goodness, that was... I'm surprised Fuzz got out of that as well as he did.
Yeah. I mean, Fuzz is very phenomenal getting his way out of up B. And what we just saw center stage, him literally just staying there, doing stationary options. Like, we saw him just toss it away. I'm not familiar with the move name. Confusion, I think?
Yeah, it's Confusion. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Me and Azer were. Side B is Confusion, the one where he tosses everyone, and his down B is Disable.
Yeah,
the one that makes him stunned.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Confusion, when he does the toss-up, really good because he's staying patient, waiting for the approach, whether it be dash attack, Dacus, or anything like that. But in that certain scenario on Green Hill, there was a mine in front, so he could have just tossed with Confusion, keeping the grenade away, or any projectile, whether it be Trank or anything else. Very smart, making sure that he doesn't invest in movement.
Ooh, Fountain of Dreams. This one gets a little bit interesting due to the moving platforms and go into the stage, so it really messes with mine placements.
Yeah. We're still going to see that above camp that we were seeing earlier, especially with dropping sticks off of Cypher. The thing is that it's still going to work off Azer's position. Still giving him platforms, but I think it's more just going to rely on player awareness than anything else, just being able to work off of these platforms.
That was almost really good by Azer. He goes for that up air to try and hit them into the bomb, but it doesn't quite work. Oh, hits him with the downward angle on that up smash.
Yeah. Ooh. And that's very good. Yeah, Azer knowing what has been working recently is the fact that Fuzz is having problems getting down, especially on certain teleports. So he's just been rocketed with the up tilt, and that's how he died relatively early game 1, I think 2 or 3 times.
Azer not able to reload in that time. Like I know he used 2 shots as of now, but I don't know if he still has his 3rd shot or not.
Yeah.
Which can be very difficult when you give up a lot of your horizontal threat.
And this is exactly what we're seeing. Azer just saying the get off me, even with teleport, just hitting with the Shoryu. Oh, yeah, the ECB not really agreeing with the fact that it took off the sensor of that down smash. Azer's still not going to die. Very high ceiling from Fountain of Dreams.
Oh, but Fuzz will at 120 off, like, what was that, a grenade?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that Mewtwo is a lot lighter than, or floatier than Snake. Snake being relatively heavy.
They both, I believe they fall sort of similarly, but their weights are so much different.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, weight is more dying off the side, and it's more about fast falling and being floaty.
Yeah.
So,
like Snake definitely falls faster and is like falls slightly faster and is a little bit heavier, so it does make the difference.
definitely take that as you will. Oh. Yeah. Making sure that he's being put right in front of him. Azer setting down that mine, making sure that he can't teleport directly down. Ooh. But Azer's been working off these platforms and this stage a lot more. Yeah.
What happened?
So he used float, and I actually don't know if he could have up-beat out of that situation. I don't know. Ooh, trying to go for that pivot grab, but getting hit by the mine set on the platform, that's really going to work for Azer, especially since platforms are just going to start creating more of a threat than anything else.
All right, so Fuzz did get that nair, so up throw is now in the realm of possibilities. Never mind, he'll kill himself on his own grenades.
Yeah, and Azer definitely known for not being the best aficionado with his weaponry. Whether it be mine, sticky, or anything like that, he actually kills himself quite a bit. Ooh, yeah.
Well, I think it's more if he throws so many out that he hits the opponent like 90% of the time, but the other 10% he just hits himself.
Yeah. And there was an interesting situation that just happened with Azer. He put him in that down throw tech chase, or put Fuzz in the down throw tech chase on top platform, but opted just to drop from platform, just kind of giving it up. Yeah.
Sorry.
And that's going to be a great win from Azer. 2-0.
Against Fuzz?
Beating Fuzz. The person who got... Huh? That was 2-1?
2-1.
Oh,
yeah,
it was
2-1.
2-1. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
he
Fuzz...
won on Green Hill.
Yeah.
But yeah,